Hey there, kids, cats, dogs, parakeets, whatever's watching this show. Hi. All right. This is another episode, or actually, this is a solid number. This is episode 20 of This is the Future, unfortunately. I'm one of the hosts. The other dude I'm about to ring up right now, Mr. the one and only, my favorite best out in the West. All that cheesy shit people say, if they say that. Mr. Alex Rios. Hey, man, you answered the phone. All right.
Hey, all right.
I was hoping you'd pick up. Be a weird show without you.
Here we are. How am I looking? Am I all right?
You look great. I see
How
you
we
got
doing?
those bricks out of your closet. That's good.
No,
I don't see them this time. There's no
you don't
bricks
see
this
him?
time.
I think you were high as hell.
I wasn't. I was sober.
Yeah, you were. Of course you were. You've met you. You know you.
I
know.
know. I know me, and I know that I have a schedule. It's written right there on the wall, and it says not till after the show.
Oh, is it just like written in crayon on the wall? Not until after the show, like that.
I don't have anything that's not written in crayon. As a matter of fact, you know, the whole box. It's in my back pocket all the time.
That's awesome. It's about where I'm at, you know. All right, what's up, man?
I just got off of work, man, and I've realized something. I'm 40 and I figured something out.
What's that?
I fucking hate tests, man. Like, I'm not into it. They hit me up with an email and they're like, "Hey, man, you've been selected for the Apple's course. The phone people. Like, you're gonna take an extra training and they'll give you a phone and you'll pretend to like them. That's fine, dude. That's fine." And I took 2 pages of notes. 2 pages. I even wrote down the test questions. Like, you know, if you pass these, you should pass the test.
Right.
Bullshit. I didn't remember anything. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's all fucking. Ugh. So here's how I pass tests thanks to technology. You answer the question, you get it wrong, you take a picture of what was right, and you keep trucking. Took me 4 tries, but eventually I got an 81. So
There you go.
Now I'm an Apple master.
It's a solid B.
I'm a master. And the funny thing is I have the phone that like most cats want. Like they'll just send me a 12 something, I don't know. I don't want it. I can't give it to anybody, so don't ask, but I don't care. I really don't care. I don't want a piece of fruit in my pocket. People are like, "Something's wrong with my iPhone." And I know you have one, and I know they're great phones, but they break down a lot. They have software issues. Let me ask you something. Who the fuck would buy something that already has a piece bitten out of it? That apple has a bite out of it. There's something missing. I wouldn't buy an apple that looked like that. And let me tell you something. If you're going to name your product after fruit, fruit goes rotten. Why would you pick fruit? Half-eaten fruit at that.
You got a good point.
Just saying. All right, now I'm good. Now I can crack this beer. Start my fucking.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks.
All right, here we go.
Get it on down.
What do you got? You got a PBR like usual? Here we go. This is what I got, and I'm only drinking this because it's the only thing in the fridge. Okay, this is the only thing in the fridge.
What is it?
And there's one of them.
Nude.
Yeah, it's a hard seltzer, peach flavor, sugar free.
Yeah, that's why it was in there. Or are you about to find out?
The people I live with. Okay, so this is what's going on. Hold on, let me open this son of a bitch. The people I live with.
Excuse me, audience.
My girlfriend and her sister and their mom and their brother. You know, when he comes over, they all love that fucking White Claw shit.
Right.
So they love hard seltzer. You know, like fucking alcoholic bubbly water. And there's so many brands now, you know, and there's a new brand called Nude, and yeah, and the reason why there's one is because we all went to I just got back from the coast today, the Oregon coast, and went to Lincoln City. They're still there, and we went there for the mom's birthday, and so we took a bunch of booze with us naturally, but there was one lonely can of Nude. That someone left behind. So
Here it is. That's what it was for.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. I have to get something out of the way. It's bothering me.
What is it? Was it the shiny
Better?
thing?
Yeah, it was.
Is that your cock ring?
It was. Yes, it is. My cock my cock ring is a thin rectangle. It's a piece to a toy. You know, like in the scene in Terminator 2 when T-1000 is trying to find the kid.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
where
they go in the arcade.
Yeah.
And then Terminator shows up. Arnold shows up.
That's the box of flowers.
Yeah, this is the box of flowers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he pulls out the fucking shotgun and the flowers, and that's what it is.
Well, so. Dude, I gotta say, and it didn't last long, and I'm sure you're gonna say you figured as much, but I wanted to give it a shot. I tried out the new Terminator last night.
Yeah.
And I was like 30 minutes in, I was like, meh. I'll watch a documentary about Warren Buffett. No, not Warren Buffett. No, Warren Miller, the guy with the ski guy. You know, all those honky lip people that live out where you do, and they all run out there in their Patagonia with their kids and everything in the station wagon to go watch Warren Miller movies?
No. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The fuck, man? They're from the town that you're from. That's where these assholes come from. They don't come from here.
I want to be anywhere around or know anything about these kinds of fucking people. I'm from fucking Bend, like that area.
Yeah.
I'm around puffy coats and Patagonia bullshit. I don't give a shit about those people. They can all fucking die in a fire.
Those jackets are flammable.
Yeah, very flammable.
Like
to watch the new Terminator movie, you have to be in the mood to watch a big Hollywood blockbuster movie with a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. It's just an action movie.
Yeah.
It's there to be stupid on purpose, and you're just supposed to sit there and have a good time and not think. You're not supposed to just supposed to just turn off and look at it, you know?
No, yeah, and you're right. And the third one was where is that the one where they came like Arnold Schwarzenegger comes back and he fights for John Connor again? That's the third one, right? And he meets that chick.
The third one is kind of like that, yeah. But the second one is where he fights for John Connor.
No, I know the second one. That's the best one. But the third one, John Connor's older.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the
okay.
One.
And then there's a really bad one with Christian Bale in it, right?
Yeah.
Rise of the whatever. And then this one, I think. And it made no sense. Well, I just didn't dig it. It was just like, well, John got shot in the face right after Terminator 2 worked out. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like a whole nother plot line. It kind of ignores Terminator 3 and just goes straight to this is what would happen if John got killed by a Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was like 15.
Right. Well, the fifth one kind of ties that shit together a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like,
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there's 6 Terminators.
Oh.
And
I missed
my personal favorites. It goes Terminator 2 is the best one, and then Terminator 1 is the second best one.
Yeah.
And then my opinion goes the newest Terminator is the third best one, and then the fourth one is the fourth best one, and then 3, and then 5.
Fuck, I really.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, I missed one. I didn't understand. So 6 is okay then.
Yeah, you just have to be in the mood to watch a dumbass action movie, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
Sure, things don't make sense, but it's a movie. It's all fake. It's all supposed. If you think about it this way, none of the fucking Terminator shit makes sense.
I know, but at least marry up to the plot line because the plot line from 2 didn't make sense with the plot line from 6. How the fuck can John be 25 and rescued and in a nuclear shelter at the end of 3, and then in 6 he gets shot in the face when he's 15?
Yeah, that's the thing.
What the fuck is that? Did anybody check?
Maybe an older John came back from the future.
No. We're not doing this Doc Brown shit. I don't do the future very well, man. I'm not good with that.
No, that's part of Terminator. That's the whole thing. Is that the Terminators are coming back from the future. They're
Yeah.
coming back to save John Connor. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, but
It's
like all the time. Like this kid always needs saving. How did he ever make it to be a fucking 40-year-old general if he's constantly being saved when he's 15? I just don't fucking get
thing. That's the thing is they said in the second movie, like Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, that they're sending Terminators
all the time.
The time. And then she said that in the sixth one too. She's like, they're sending Terminators and all the time right now.
That's exhausting.
Think about it this way, Tony. Think about it this way. Why did they use a buff guy for Terminator? They didn't need to. He's a robot that has infinite strength.
That's a good fucking point.
Why do you need a buff guy? You know why? Because it's fucking awesome and you don't need to think about anything besides that's fucking awesome. Like they saw some fucking out of work mechanic fat guy like me, you'd be like, I'm turning this movie off. There's no way, you know? They use some fucking piece of prime Austria fucking grade A piece of beef like that. You're like, this is a fucking movie. I'm gonna watch this shit. You know, you don't need to. He doesn't need to. There's no reason for him to be buff.
Yeah, but the villain isn't ripped. Like the team. No. He wasn't. Those guys are never ripped, but they're liquid metal and shit, you know. So it's basically like you can have a buff guy that did all the steroids, or you can have a skinny guy who's done so many other drugs that he's now liquid metal, and that's your villain.
So that's just my point. Is like the Terminator movies there are for you not to think. They're just there for you to go, whoa, cool. You just don't fucking think about it. Just watch.
Well, I can't, but it didn't. Okay, look, I wasn't thinking. Oh, I was just watching, and I'm like, I got bored. I'm like, yeah. I was kind of interested when they're like, we got this message from this place that we should go in Texas, and then Linda Hamilton's character's like, all the people that have told me to kill Terminators, that all came from there too. Let's go to Texas. I'm like, fuck Texas. I'm gonna go to bed. Whatever. I'll go to Texas tomorrow.
Yeah, you just got to be in the mood for it, or not. It's okay. It's a stupid movie, you know. But
no, I fucking love Terminator. Terminator 2. I was almost the same age as John Connor when that shit came out. So it was just like, I remember Aladdin's Castle, the arcade. I remember wanting a fucking dirt bike, and I love the goddamn Guns N' Roses because that was the craziest shirt you could have in the mid '90s was a skull with roses and pistols behind it. Like if you were that, you were cool as shit. So that movie to me was a pop culture reference. Like it was there. It had everything that the mid '90s had. As far as all those pop culture references, and it was fucking badass. I mean, that's it. He's just blowing holes in people. Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh yeah,
that's one of the best fucking action movies out there. Hands down.
Well, I mean, obviously, in my opinion, it is the best action movie in my opinion. But I'm a Terminator. I mean, it's my favorite movie. So
I never sat down and thought about what my favorite action movie would be. I mean, Rambos are cool, but they're not my favorite. The fuck else is out there?
John Wick they're great fucking action movies.
They're great action movies. Yep, they are. But I don't know. I guess Terminator's got to be pretty fucking high on the list then, because I like that one. I bought all the cool DVDs and all that neat shit, the collectors, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I have 4 of the Terminator movies, and I have the third one. I don't need to have the third one. It's shitty, but I have it. And I don't have the 4th or the 5th one. And if I ever see it at like the Goodwill or something for like $1, I'll get them. But I don't need them.
Well, if I see 2 for $1, I'll get them for you.
Well, there we go. How you been? What's up?
I didn't realize that I don't think I did shit this. I didn't do shit this weekend. You just be like, I don't have anything. I mean, nothing.
Right.
Did I? If I did anything, it would have been on Sunday. What did I do? My dad and I went. Oh yeah, I went for a fucking 5-mile run. Like that was it, and it was outside with my dad, and that's what we do. And everyone else doesn't. Who's out there? And all the signs say runners and joggers stay to the left, and walkers because there's a fuck ton of those, and then everyone else to the right. but no one reads the signs, so it turns into a gaggle fuck, and you end up running twice as many miles because you got to dodge people.
Your your dad goes on jogs with you?
Yeah, or I go for jogs with him. I mean, whatever. He's
I did.
older.
How old is your dad? 60s, 60s or 70s?
Early 60s.
And he's still jogging 5 miles?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, he's a hurting unit. We don't give a fuck.
Wow.
I thought that guy was a fucking pain in the ass when I was a kid, but now that I'm around him, both of them are fucking funny. Like I didn't spend, my parents weren't buddy. My dad was a disciplinarian. My mom was the referee.
Right.
I got out of the house when I was fucking 18, not a minute sooner. I mean, as quick as I got out. So I never really
Right.
had a bond with my parents. And every time I was an adult and they lived near me, I would move because it was more comfortable that way. So now
Right.
they live 5 minutes down the road, and I feel like it's about time I get to know my fucking parents. So he runs and she works too fucking much.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that anyway. But
I just like, I'm picturing my dad. He's 73, and it hurts him to fucking walk or sit down or stand up or breathe.
Yeah.
So I just can't, like, and when I hear like someone, a friend of mine's dad going on a 5 mile run, and I'm like, and you're older than me, and then so, you know, I'm like, well, your dad has got to be in his 60s at least.
right.
And then I'm thinking about my dad's he's 73, maybe 74. I'm like, he can't, there's no way he's going on a jog at all.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it just blew my mind a little bit, that's all.
no, and it's funny because my dad's always been a thrifty guy. So like, not that he's not tighter. I mean, he'll spend money now, but like that's always been his solution. Even when I was a kid, it was like we didn't have any money, so it was just like, we'll go on a hike, we'll go for a walk, we'll go for a jog. And my mom's like, I'm 5 foot nothing, I'm not fucking jogging anywhere. Like, so we just hiked everywhere. That's what we did we always went to the mountains and just walked. Like threw some fruit snacks in a fucking backpack, and that was it for 10 hours. So.
Right.
I don't know. That's that honestly, like I like to have friends like that. I mean, that's probably why I joined the fucking Marines, because that guy's so hardcore. You know, I wanted to one up the son of a bitch. So he was in the Air Force. I joined the Marines. You know, trying to be a little better than the old man. But that dude's fucking. He's hardcore, man, and he loves to work. I don't fucking get that. I was talking to him the other day. I said, I'm not working fucking overtime. Fuck overtime. If you can't pay me enough in 40 hours a week, fix it. And he's like, oh, I love overtime, man. That's the best. I'm like, how bad is married life? You want to be fucking gone? You're 60 years old and you want to be gone 70 hours a week? What the
Well, see, that's the thing is like, he's just like, you know, he's thinking of the money. He's like, he's worked hard his whole life. So he's just like, you know, I'll work more to get more. So, but I'm with you. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I got a comfy little house for a reason, you know?
Right.
I got 4 Terminator movies for a reason, you know? I want to go watch them and do nothing.
I still have this image of me from the last episode where you said that you woke up like you were fucking really sick on your floor and all your toys were everywhere. I just have this image in my head that you don't remember, that you played with those toys like naked on the floor, maybe threw up a little and then went to the bathroom.
Yeah, maybe. It's 100%. It's a possibility.
The image is great. I just see it. I see the tattoos.
Right?
That makes for a great fucking.
Hold on a second.
It's me.
Okay. Okay, cool. Someone came in my house. I had to make sure it was a person that I know.
Terminator. Fuck. Those aren't roses.
Yeah, I was well, my friend Scott, like he's dating my my girlfriend's sister, and we're both going back to the place that we used to work, and it's opening up, and we just we came back from the coast early to go like clean up the place that we're like Wedgehead, you know, because it's been sitting for 6 or 7 months.
Fuck. You gotta clean it, like deep clean it.
And that was gonna go bad, but there was still some stuff. So naturally, like we had to go. We couldn't. There's nothing you could do. It was COVID. It was like,
Yep.
you're done. It was like close the doors. You know. So we just had to go. You know, we're gonna go back the next couple of days until it's done. But we drove back from Lincoln City, came home, you know, took a drink of water, took a piss, and then went right to Wedgehead and started cleaning. And I just got back before you called me on the video, like 10 minutes ago. So I'm still kind of all over the place, to be honest. And then he just left and came here because he has some stuff here that he's doing. So and then just I heard the door open and I'm like, I'm the only one in here. I'm like, who the fuck? But I'm like, and he's like, oh, it's just me. I'm like, okay.
Just see a 300-pound fucking Terminator walking down the hallway.
Right.
That would be fucking great for the show. Be so
I know,
good.
be like, oh, like, that was a setup. They were talking about it, and then it happened.
Yeah, but if you really got shotgunned in half, dude, that I mean, you won't be around, but you know, I'm gonna get like an extra 5 followers or something. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I know, right? I know that's the thing. I was like, I'm glad it was him because I'm gonna get murdered on our show. Like, but we're just talking. Oh yeah, I got Terminator. You know.
Oh shit, that's funny. How long were you at the coast?
2 nights.
Nice. You guys know someone down there, or you just rent?
Oh, we just got an Airbnb.
So they're back up? Airbnb?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Yeah, I thought they were gonna go the fuck under, man.
No, I mean, people are still doing it. I mean, honestly, it's a good time to get an Airbnb because people are cleaning more because of the virus, right? They're sanitizing more. So that means you're just going to get a cleaner room. You're going to get a cleaner house.
Yeah, but what are the rates? They're trying to make their money back, right?
I don't know. I think that it's normal.
Hmm.
It's not as much as it was, you know. I don't think it's any more expensive.
Yeah, I had a couple reserved, and they were just like, "Here's your money back." I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, hey, what's up? And they're like, nothing. We don't want to talk about it. Bye. I'm like, okay.
No,
miss you.
Yeah, miss you. Bye. It was funny. So I have this thing where I hate board games. I fucking hate. I don't know if I've ever told you
this is interesting.
My dislike for board games. Like, I'm a pretty open guy. I like doing things with people. I like people. The people that I know and like, I like them. I like being around them. You know, I like doing things with them, hanging out, talking. Come over, let's hang out. Let's do whatever. Whenever you want. Whatever you want, I'll do it. Let's do it. There's one thing. I just fucking hate board games. I hate them. I think they're a waste of time. And I think every single one of them should be thrown in the trash and lit on fire. They're fucking stupid. And I really thought about it. And I thought the reason why I don't like them, and you know what it is? There's 2 things. A, they stress me out, and then I get pissed, and then people start looking at me that I'm stressed out and pissed, and then that makes me fucking pissed. And I get even more pissed, and then I'm like, now I just want to fold the board game up and fucking shove it down someone's fucking t-shirt. So and I thought about it, I'm like, what it really, really stems from is I feel like anytime someone wants to play a board game, it's this kind of vibe and energy. All right, we're playing a board game. Let's do it. You ready? And
I hate
I'm like,
that.
ugh. Like, what is this, fucking improv class, level 1? All right, team, we need a fucking subject. Are you ready? Let's play. And it reminds me of being in school or a youth group, and it has this team. We're going to read off this little card, and whatever this card says, we have to do it. And I'm like, ugh. So I could get I don't mind playing dominoes. I don't mind playing real card games, not like fucking apples to apples, read a thing. like poker card games, that like real card games, or I don't mind playing dice or something like that.
Right.
But
Shit you can do in prison.
right, exactly. But when you're in a relationship, you gotta do a lot of shit you don't want to do. And so when you're
Yeah.
with a bunch of family members, their family members, and they're really close with each other. They're like friends, and it's really cool because, like you were saying, I'm the same way. I'm not like friends with my parents. They're my parents, and they're cool and all, but we're not like friends. We don't hang out. You know, we don't play board games together. And they do. They're like best friends with each other. They're like really, really, really close, and that's cool. I'm nothing bad to say about it. It's, you know, if anything, I might be a little jealous because that's not how I am with my family.
Right.
But they're really close. So they wanted to play this game called Code Names. Have you ever heard of it? It's called Code Names.
I don't play games either.
Yeah. So what it is you get on a team, and there's got to be even amount of people on each team. And I said I didn't want to play, but there were 6 of us, so I had to play.
You
Like,
said it. You said I don't want to play. Just taking out trash that you don't need to take out.
Well, see, that's the thing is like when people ask me to play a board game, I'm like, nah. And I said that I was like, I don't like board games. I don't really want to play. If you don't mind, I'm cool with just doing something by myself, and you guys can play for an hour and meet up and have a good time after that. It's fine. I'm an adult. I could watch TV or something. You know, I got a dick for a reason. I could do that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things to do. And they were like, well, it's not a board game. I'm like, cards. It involves cards. Cards are little boards. It's a board game.
52 little boards.
And they laughed at that. And then I didn't want to make a big deal about it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll play. I'll fucking play. And it ended up being okay, but this game, you know, you got your teams, and you're trying to be. It's like a spy. It's called Code Names, and one person is in charge of the map, and they're called the reader, even though you don't really do any fucking reading. So you're whatever. It's stupid. I don't want to explain that. Fuck it. It's just a stupid game, and I had a decent time playing it, but I did get stressed out because there's one. It takes you have to like. It rotates. One person is the one that's following the map, and you have to give people clues to think of the word that you're thinking of that's on the board. And it was my, it gets to be my turn, to be that person, the map reader. And I get fucking stressed out, and everyone's looking at me like that they know I'm stressed out. And then that pisses me off. So I start having a bad attitude. And then I'm just like, this is why I don't want to do this. See, this is why I said I don't want to play. And I don't know why it's so hard. And by the way, if any of you people that I live with that are, watch this, just know I love you. This is comedy.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. I had a decent time. I have to admit, it was fun.
A decent time. You don't want your dick in a box for a week when she sees this.
Right. Well, here's the thing: is I love hanging out with them. They're really cool people. They're
just
fun.
Not that.
That's the thing. If you were like, "Hey, let's play a board game," you're one of my favorite people to hang out with. I'd be like, "No, I don't want to play a board game. Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna go do this for a little bit."
Yeah, we'll go check out dick cages or something different.
Right? Exactly. But like. So it doesn't matter who's asking me to play a board game. I don't want to fucking play it.
Well, I mean, think of it. In all the times that we've hung out and we shared a 1-bedroom apartment, we never fucking played a board game. We never had a board game. Like when we lived together, I may have had some for my kid, but it's one thing when you're playing with your kid. That's okay. Like I can push the little bubble and watch the dice flip over. I'm all right with that. And I'm okay with losing because it's a kid's game. So fuck it,
Right.
But and I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, it's funny you bring this up because I actually really don't. It stresses. I guess stress is the word. I don't mind it, but like Monopoly, I kind of like Monopoly, but it goes the fuck on,
Sure.
like for a really long time. And if people don't play the way I like to play, then I'm not fucking playing it. It's like, no, that rule doesn't count. But yes, it does. Like, fuck this, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to sit here and figure out real estate percentages and sales tax. I'm not fucking doing that. And then like the game Life, I don't want to play that.
I'm already living it.
Life. Because then I'm the only guy in the car, and they're like, oh, no, you got to put kids in there. But I don't want any fucking kids. I sure as shit don't want a wife. Everyone's got to tell you what to do all the time. Everyone's like, whoa, Tony, slow down. I'm like, oh, fuck off. I'm 10 years old. We're at the YMCA, and I want to be the only one in my car. I don't want anyone but in my fucking car. And I got kicked out of YMCA for cussing. But
You get it. You get it.
I get it. So it's funny you say this because I'm like, wait a minute. I don't fucking do that. I'll play arcade games. I like arcade games because, you know, quarter doesn't, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I have a short attention span. I know I do. And maybe that's it. But it's like, it's extra pressure when people are like, oh, we're all going to be on teams. My parents used to do that to me. They're like, we'll be on one team and you can be on another team. I'm like, I'm an only child. How the fuck is it a team? You guys are together. We're playing Scrabble. I'm 9. I don't know how to spell because we're in the fucking South, ranked 49th in education. I'm not going to win this fucking game. And the two of you are on a team? The fuck is that?
See, that's another thing. It's like, I don't like Scrabble. I've never played it. But, you know, I don't want to fucking play that. I didn't like school for a reason. Why do we have to go do fucking school things? Let's go outside. Like, I don't fucking. Jesus.
I like it when someone. This happened to me twice in my life. It's usually Monopoly, and it's never been me. But when someone gets pissed and just flips the table, like just fuck this, it's like yes, yeah, I didn't do it. It's over. I can go smoke 10 cigarettes now. It's over. All right, all I wanted to do, because when I smoked cigarettes, that's all I really wanted to do. And a board game goes on for like a really long time. Even 10 minutes is too long. So it's just like when's a smoke break? Like, oh no, we're gonna play one more round and then we'll go have cigarettes. And I'm just like, ash on this fucking game board if we don't get to do this right now. I don't want to fucking play.
Right.
Like, I think okay, Mousetrap. Mousetrap's a fun game, but it's for fucking kids like 2 and up.
Right.
Adult games, I get sad. Now that you bring it up, I do get sad when people say board game. What do you want to, like, let's say you're watching TV with your lady. This happens. Watching TV with your lady. And you're 40, I'm 40 years old. I'm totally content with dying today. So if I just sit in this comfortable fucking chair that I just paid for and watch the television, mildly entertained, high as fuck on weed, I'm good. In an hour, I'll take a nap, I'll jerk off in the morning and head to work. That's my plan. But she's like, she has to interrupt it and be like, let's play a board game. She's not saying she wants to play a board game. She's like, I'm fucking bored. The TV's boring. You're old and boring too. Let's play Scrabble. I'm like, fuck. Like, listen, I don't want you to go fuck the neighbor because I don't want to play a board game, but I don't want to play a fucking board game. So, like, what else can we do? Or what can you do so that you're not bored? You can play cards by yourself. There you go. And I'll be your fucking cheerleader. There, how about that? Well, I'm not watching TV. I'm not that bad, but I was never good at it. Like card games. Yeah. I always wanted to play card games. When I was in the Marine Corps, that's all there is to do. Play and lose money and get your ass beat. There's 3 things you can do. So I just got my ass beat a lot because I couldn't play cards. Everyone played spades, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And they'd be like, just give me your money. I'd be like, it's gonna go away. So I just get robbed, and then I get beat up, but I never got to play the game. It's very weird. But anyway, I don't like games either. There it is.
But see, here's the thing: is I know I'm gonna play that game again with them, and it's okay. I would rather not play it, but I know if there's an even amount of people, and I know I have to play, I'll play, but I don't want to, but I will. So
that should be the name of a game. I don't want to, but I will, because there's a lot of people that would play that fucking game.
And see, that's the thing. It's like, there's no comedy to go do, and you know, I'm getting my job back, but so I'm always around. I don't have an excuse.
There's no escape.
Can't be like, I'm gonna go do it up on mic. You guys have fun playing the game. Bye.
Yeah, I think that's like, probably how we usually spend our evenings, or did in the past. And now we're like, I don't want to do human shit. Like, fuck that. I make fun of human shit. I don't do human shit. I'm supposed to be some funny guy that waits to get the microphone, and that's it. And then I'm done. And then it's like, no, do human shit. I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's like that. But what if it was a fun game, like in Cable Guy, like Porno Password? I don't know what the rules are, but So if it's really fucking awkward, that would be fun. You know, like if there was a mannequin involved, I don't know, just something different.
Well, see, this game, Codenames, we played the adult version, the naughty version. So there was like cards that, that said balls or, stuff like that on there, fetish, and it said fisting, facial, that kind of
Oh,
stuff. Gag, gerbil,
at least they're words we know.
anal, it was pretty cool.
I could spell that one.
Yeah, I was like, man,
I play that.
I was like, I've seen all these words before. I could do this.
How cute.
Yeah.
Hey, man. I checked something out on Netflix. My cousin was over here. We were supposed to be writing jokes, and we watched someone else tell jokes instead. It's called The Cabin on Netflix.
I watched all that.
Did you watch it all?
Oh, all of it, yeah.
Damn, fucking fast you are.
Mm-hmm.
Faster than gigabit internet.
Click and just the whole time.
This is your brain on the box. No.
Yeah, dude, you don't even have to. You don't even have to press go again in between episodes. It just
I know. Would you like to do more? Yes.
You just go bump once and then.
Well, I'm gonna quote that comedian Miss Pat when she saw Brett's package. She's like, "Where's the rest of your dick on layaway?" I never heard that in my fucking life.
Where's the rest of your dick on layaway? No, she's funny. She's funny.
So you noticed? I saw. I don't know. It seems like there's like 5 episodes. Maybe there's more. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like 5, something like that.
Right. So you notice that predominantly the black comics were all the ones that like they're like, we're really not hip to this shit. Like, you should really keep your fucking clothes on.
They were like that.
Don't want to touch you. And I am getting paid for this. You're cool, but I am getting paid for this. Yeah. And they were both of them. The dude from Chappelle's show. I wish you remember his name.
I'm not gonna try because I don't want to butcher. I don't want to get it wrong.
No, I don't. But in any case, anyway, him and Miss Pat just reminded me that they were both just like they both said, "Motherfucker, I'm from the hood," and I was like,
"Yeah."
And then I started watching, and then the other, damn it, the one on the first episode, the big fat Italian from the Northeast. I love the guy too.
Oh, he's not Italian. He's not Italian.
No. What is he?
He's Cuban.
He's Cuban, right?
Joey Coco Diaz?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Cuban.
Joey Diaz, he's Cuban.
Yeah. 100%.
Right. Okay. So I was watching those three, especially the way he did his material. Like, it was like, oh, I get it. There I am. That's me. Miss Pat, him from the hood in a drive-by. Yep, that's me. Those three. The white people with the good life shit, like the other, that don't fucking work for me. But that ranting, that going on a tangent and just throwing shit on top of shit on top of shit and making fun of people's dicks.
Yeah.
That's it. And it just made me feel so good. It was just like, oh, fuck, it's still out there. Thank God. It's like now I just have to go to clubs that I don't belong in and I'll be fine. I mean, after I get roughed up a little bit for being like, I'll be all right. Like, hey, check out this fucking cracker. Like, yep, that's me. I'm the cracker. I totally am, but I don't like white people very much. Let's talk about it, Yeah. I'd be into that. That was fucking great. Miss Pat, that's one of my new favorite people. I would love to see her ass live. I bet she just tells everyone to go fuck themselves in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, she was. I've never. I wasn't familiar with her. Yeah, I don't know her stand-up or anything. I don't know if she's in any movies.
She got her fucking nipple shot off because she was trafficking cocaine.
That's what she said. That she used to run drugs. I got my nipple shot off.
I know. I was like, I have stories kind of like that, or I want to. So
I was like, you must have had a long nipple or something like. Nipple shot off.
What does her nipple look like now? Like a sock puppet mouth?
I know, right?
This thing, so it just cut out like. Oh, it's fucking funny, man. That was good. I'm just happy that insult comics are still out there. That made me feel better. And Bert asked her, he's like, other than the life that you lived, where you trafficked cocaine, got your nipple shot off, and went through some shit, would you switch that out for a life where you were just a young comic, like at 20, and it all worked out? Which is like how it goes. It's gone apparently for some comedians. Right. And I think her response was like, you know, what the fuck anyway? That's not how it goes. What I liked about it is that it was cool just to see. Obviously, comedians are out there from all walks of life, but it's not every day that you see them all pushed together. And that's what he was kind of doing. Was like, I know these people, push them all together, see if it works out. And I just thought that was fucking cool, man. I mean, I'm sure this idea has been done, but it got me. I was laughing my fucking ass off.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought it up because I was gonna bring that up too. The cabin, like I'm not a huge Bert Kreischer fan of his stand-up. I think he's fine. I don't think I think he's pretty. I mean, he's famous. I think he's, he's got a fucking tour bus with his face on it. He's good. I'm not like a huge fan, but he has he has a podcast with some of my favorite comics with Bill Burr and Tom Segura. It's like the one Tom Segura is called like Two Bears, One Cave. Because they're both like, they got bellies.
They look alike.
They got beard. And then the one with Bill Burr is called Bill Burt. I think that's pretty
clever
cool.
As shit.
And then now this, and I think I like the shit he does. I think he's pretty good, and I like the idea of the show. He just put a bunch of people in together that are all comics or comedians in some way, and you put them in a cabin together and let them hang out, and maybe they know each other, or maybe they're like opposites. The first episode, Bert, Joey, and Tom Segura are really good friends. They're kind of they all run in that same circle of them three, Joe Rogan, Ari Shaffir, who was a dumb fuck, but they all run in that same circle, Bill Burr and all that.
Yeah, and then they had a dude. For all of you who haven't seen the show, we're talking about The Cabin with Bert Kreischer, however you want to say it, starts with a K.
Kreischer.
There it is. He said it. He has some shit on Netflix. Just showed up. It looks like it's like 5 episodes. Brings in other comedians, so you know what we're talking about. On Netflix, check it out. The Cabin, funny as hell. I like the episode, the second one with Caitlyn Jenner. Holy shit!
Yeah,
that was fucking and Nikki Glazer. Oh man! And then Bert's like, "Hey, Caitlyn, are we gonna be friends?" And she's like, "No, we're not gonna be fucking friends." So it was just like unedited. Like, it really was. It was like, "Wow, his dick's in this." Like, way to go, Netflix. Like, what are we? What did they edit out?
I know they showed like his taint in the back of his balls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that poor girl who came over, Nikki came over, and he had the douche, the wax strip to his asshole.
The wax on his asshole, yeah.
Yeah, I could see like his comedy doesn't grab me so much. I really like like Segura, that fucker. I like his comedy. He's crazy as shit. I like that. But Bert has good ideas. Like, I like his ideas. I like his playfulness. It was like, I'm just gonna do crazy shit and try to make people uncomfortable and see how it goes. A lot of that. That was fucking funny. Who the fuck is his wife? She looks really familiar, and I can't place her.
I honestly do not know.
Does she look familiar to you at all?
No, but I've wondered. I don't know if she's a comic or a writer or an actor.
She's been on fucking. She looks like Sally Field's stunt double, in my opinion. But yeah. I hope she is. That'd be fucking awesome. I don't know what Sally Field's doing these days. Ever since Forrest Gump, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
Do I have anything else to? So I don't know where we're at, but I think we're probably close. I mean, do you have anything else? We have fun.
Well, man, but it's your it's your time.
Cool,
it's
man,
time, baby.
So I picked the Flaming Lips last week to talk about, and this is the album, American Head, very hallucinogenic. I kind of picked it and then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't think Alex is really gonna like this, and it wouldn't bother me if he didn't, because it's really not. It's really far removed from everything. We've seen the Lips together, but that doesn't mean necessarily you would like this whole fucking record. Considering that it's not, that it is kind of slow, and it kind of, if you're me and you're in your mid 40s and you've done drugs, it's your album. You're like, holy shit, I dig all that shit. That's absolutely fantastic. I've done Robitussin in movie theaters. I get the Quaalude reference, Right. But, I guess the reason that I picked it was because there's some songs on there that I just really fucking identify with in my life right now. And I've never heard anyone directly sing beautifully. I think he sings. I think it sounds really nice the way he sings. In any case, about hallucinogenics. Like they're popular as shit. They were, on the Tonight Show a bunch. I mean, they just whatever. And he has a song about like was it Quaaludes? Like something about high on quantity. There's that song about acid, a song about Quaaludes, and a song about acid. And it's like we're talking about this shit like it's mainstream. So I think that's what grabbed me about it. What did you think? I'm really curious what you thought.
The first time I listened to it, I listened to the whole album, and I was like, I just was kind of bored. And I listened to it, and then I waited a couple of days, and then I was at the coast, and I went skateboarding went skateboarding, and I was really tired because this park is a really big park in Lincoln City, and it's all it's not a lot of street, and it's all it's all bowls and verts, so it's a lot of it's a lot of pumping, a lot of leg work. So I was really tired, and so there was a hot tub at the Airbnb. So I took like 4 beers to the hot tub with me, and cracked one open, took a joint, and then I took some headphones and I listened to this album. And I don't know if it's just the hot tub and having the ocean view and being as fucked up as I was. But then I started really listening to it, and I started getting into it more, and I think it was just the mood. And then I think I listened to it 2 more times after that. So I listened to it a total of like 4 times, and I think it was pretty good. I think it's just a mood album. And I know I'm always the person that's talking about how like, like music doesn't affect me like that. Well, I think mellow music does, like metal and punk, it's fucking neutral for me. I'm like, I don't feel angry or anything. But this kind of music, it's like I gotta be in the mood, by myself, hanging out, stoned, like relaxing in a hot tub with a couple of beers. That's the mood that I was just feeling. And I was listening to it, and there's some fucking sad songs. There's some dark ass songs, man. Like, what's that song like about? Like, it's like he's singing it in like, what is that, like third person or whatever? When he's like singing it about like a guy that like killed himself, and it's this song to his mom. That's the way it's.
Yeah, mother, I've taken LSD.
Yeah.
And he's like, I thought it would like do one thing, but it changed me. And you're right. It's not a pop album. And I said too, I was like, if you went and saw these guys live as they're doing, as they're doing this record, I wonder how many of these songs they would do, because it really does slow them. It slows them down a little bit.
Yeah,
they're good and they can play the shit out of it, whatever they have. But I mean, that song really grabs me. And then the other one where it says, it talks about Johnny, or someone doesn't give a fuck anymore. Johnny got busted. Now he doesn't give a shit anymore. Like, I fucking love that line, because people don't write that shit. And if they do, it's not on the stuff that I've heard. So to me, it just felt like someone took pen to paper, and was just like, this is all real. This is where I'm fucking at. This is how it is. And it's not funny, and it's not uppy. It's real. Here it is. Enjoy. And yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I've tried to listen to it with other people, and everyone's like, I'll try it on my own, which is another way of saying this sucks. I'm not going to listen to it. But me, I'm like, no, there's lyrics in there, man. And I do like the Lips. And a lot of, like, the last time I saw the Lips, we were kind of like, fuck the Lips, because they were doing the thing that Wayne's been doing on stage recently, and I don't like this, and I don't like anybody doing this on stage, is telling the audience to do. He always says, come on, up, come on. Like every 5 minutes, he's telling the audience that he wants more. If he wants this shit to get better, if he wants, he needs more energy from us. And I've always had this thing where it's like, no, it's your job, the performer, to get us fired up. You don't sit here and tell us what to do. You earn it. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. And I've seen that guy do that twice in 2 years, because I love the fucking Lips. But he kept doing that shit. And they're playing old fucking music. And even friends of mine were like, enough with the fucking glitter and the glow balls. It's the same fucking show. So finally, like, this album came out and it's like, oh, all right. He's got something to say at least. I mean, it's really
Right.
trippy acid head, head shit. But some of these lyrics, I'm like, fuck, that's really dark for an hallucinogenic band. Like, it's just like, okay, I'm with you.
Well,
Yeah, I've done acid. I'm fucking 40 years old. I understand. Like, yeah,
it
well,
makes sense. It makes sense. Like, you know, just like anyone, like, or anyone that's done drugs, yeah, we both know that hallucinogens get dark sometimes. Shit comes flying into your face, and you're like, I have to deal with this right now. All of a sudden, like, it's like, I didn't know I was going to deal with this. I'm too high. You have to. So that's why, you know, like that song I was talking about, like, it's called "Mother, Please Don't Be Sad."
Right. And it says,
What?
Mother, I thought it would change. What did he say? I thought it would set me free. I took
Yeah.
acid. I thought it would set me free, but it changed me. And
Mhm.
now I see all the sadness in the world. I'm sorry I didn't see it before.
Yeah.
And he just sees it. It took, and a lot of people would say this about acid, is that it takes away the veneer. It in your mind. It just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like meditating. I can't meditate because I can't fucking concentrate. But
Yeah.
acid's
And
like meditating, but party meditating. It's like, hey, we're all having a party then. What's he doing in the bathroom? He's meditating, I guess. Next 6 hours while he pets your fucking towels, whatever.
right.
Yeah,
And
it was a one-off. I honestly wanted to see what you thought of it, and then I have at least one of my friends on here has done a lot of hallucinogenics. We've done that with each other, and I figured if he listened to this shit, he would. I figured a few people might dig it. You know, heavy fucking. I don't know. I liked it. I said, fuck it, why not? Let's listen to some Lips. That's where they're at these days. But
right.
a side note, and you guys noticed this, but the Flaming Lips are one of the first people to pull off a successful concert. He used those bubbles that he likes to hang out in for
Oh
everybody
yeah.
and put on a show in Oklahoma and pulled it off. I
Like
fucking wish
everybody
I
was in
was
the
in
bubble.
Oklahoma. I would have been all over that.
Everybody was in the bubble.
Yeah, it's all over the fucking internet and CNN because they got nothing to write about other than a shitty election. So it's on the news.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, they pulled it off. So yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be a hit with anybody, but there's part of me that is a loner, stoner, done acid, connects to that music. I was just
Right.
listening to it, like right before the show. I've sing that shit out loud. I've done my own one-man musicals to it. It gets me. I don't know.
Right. No, I mean I liked it, man. I just have to be in the mood for it. I like the Flaming Lips. I
No,
always have.
you do. I'm not saying you don't.
I know I've seen them. You know, I've probably seen the Flaming Lips 4 or 5 times. I've seen them a handful of times. I
Yeah, and they're
don't
usually a
get me
fun
wrong.
show.
I like the Flaming Lips. I'm just, you know, it's this kind of music is just not always on my mind. It's not like
Huh.
my thing all the time. You know what that is for me, and this isn't it. But it does have a time and place, and I do like it. It's just not. I'm not always there. You know what I mean?
Right. For some reason, this is the band that's like, hey, if you've done a bunch of drugs, you should come to our show and we'll connect with you. I'm like, okay.
Right.
And if you haven't, I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll find out. We talked
Right.
about this before, and I think I asked you, but you remember we went together, and you said you don't remember the whole like our buddy who was Alex and I saw the Lips together, and that was the first time that I saw him in Edgefield in Oregon there, and we had a friend with us who was wearing a yellow. I might have mentioned this in another show. I don't give a shit, but all I remember is that show. I was going through a lot of shit with the person that I was coming out of a shitty relationship, and that was really, really, really on my mind.
Right.
And the first song that they opened with was a song that I had never heard, but the chorus was "When She's High," and literally my ex at the time was blowing people for quarters so she could get high on crank. So it was like, hey, I connect with this. This is meant to be. This is crazy. I'm crying into my sneakers. That's not okay. But our friend was dressed like Hulkamania, not on purpose, but he just had a yellow bandana on and a yellow shirt, and he's a big fella. And I was looking down the way, and this guy's pointing in our direction, and I'm like looking at him, kind of crying, because that's what this music does to me. And I'm like, why are you looking at me and pointing while I cry? This is not nice. And he's pointing at our friend who's dressed like that. And finally, I'm like, oh, yeah, this guy. And so they looked at him, and he's like, rip your shirt. Your shirt. And I'm like, why would you have him rip your shirt? Why would you do that? That's a cool shirt. That's a Shredder shirt from the Ninja Turtles. And it feels like he thinks I'm Hulk Hogan. And I'm like, oh, dude, rip your shirt. He's like, no. I'm like, oh, that's funny. So like, I don't know what one has to do with the other, but that was my first lip show, was a mix of that, like, you know, that heaviness and then that funniness. So I don't know. I've always had a mix of heavy emotions and humor and a good time at a lip show.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I'd say that most records that I've heard of theirs, this is the heaviest, slowest I've ever heard. Most of the records are just like, I better smoke a joint or I'm turning this off. And this one's more like, I better get some fucking tissues and another joint because I need to, this is sad. But in any case, I'm glad that you bothered to listen to it, man. I was wondering, I'm like, he ain't gonna fucking like this, and if he does, he'll be nice about it. But
no, I mean, I did. I just, you know, like I said,
but it's not. I mean, the next week I'll suggest the album that I was gonna suggest anyway. But that's way more up your alley.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like I'm not gonna go listen to it like tonight or anything, but you know,
it's out there.
If I'm in a hot tub with a bunch of beers and a joint, then yeah, or you know, if I'm on top of a fucking hill, you know, like, and I had to hike there and I'm all fat and tired and there's a sunset and I have a couple of beers and a joint, yeah, I'll listen to it.
That's what I like about it. People who are fucked up write music that makes you want to get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. You can't have songs on your, hang on. Here, I'm not, all right. Flowers, and where is it? Well, the first song is Will You Return When You Come Down? So if you don't know, that's about drugs. Dinosaurs on the Mountain. Come on. Yeah, Nicki Minaj ain't got that fucking tune. At the Movies on Quaaludes. That got me. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to buy this record. Mother, I've Taken LSD. Right behind it. You and Me Selling Weed. If this doesn't get him arrested, then he's got judges in his pocket. Because he's admitted like 15 felonies on this record. Just want to point that out. Yeah, Mother, Please Don't Be Sad. I mean, of course, that's going to make you fucking sad. When We Die, When We're High.
Yeah, I like that one.
I can't remember who it was. Fuck. Some fucking scientist, acid head from the 60s or 70s, insisted upon, and it reminded me of that, insisted upon dropping acid when they died. And when I listen to this record, some of me is like, what if, you know, you're going to go. And I know me, I'm always willing to just get a rush right at the end there, even if I can't move because I'm an old shitbag and I'm dying. If someone was like, hey, Tony, you are going to die today. Here's a 10 strip of acid.
Right.
I'm in. I'm totally fucking in. Like, thanks, Doc.
You might as well. Jesus, yeah. Like,
I mean, but the sidebar here, but imagine that for a second. Like, really, like, process that. Like, you're like, well, wait a minute. Like, I am going to die today, so I'm going to drop acid. And you take the acid, and then, like, all of a sudden, everyone finally who couldn't make it, made it, and they come to see you. And you're like, oh, shit, I thought I was going to die alone. This is cool, I guess, you know. And then your whole family's there, and you start frying fucking balls. I mean, that would just freak me out. I mean, imagine if you had a panic trip and died. I always have.
You know what I would do? You know, I'd be like, get out of the room. I don't want to see any. I don't want to see any of you right now.
I'm a moody guy. It would suck to die with all your favorite people around you, and you die in a bad mood. You know, like you went out grumpy. Like,
not even a bad mood. Scared everyone. You thought everyone was a monster. Get the fuck out of here! Ah!
Oh my god. I think I would do that without acid. I'd be like, I just want to listen to this record and die. That's it. 4 beers and a joint.
Yeah. I think that should be the name of this episode. I just want to.
Okay. Sold. Sold. 4 beers and a joint.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, I laughed. That was fun.
Well, getting about
you-
there.
Did you pick something for next week?
I did. Actually, I don't know if this will surprise. This probably will surprise you, but I picked something in the same vein as the Flaming Lips. So
Really?
yeah, well, you did that the other time when I did Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and then I think you did
No
Me
effect.
First and Gimme
Me
Gimme.
first. Give me.
I was like, I've been kind of in that weird mood in the last couple of days, so I'm gonna do it. I got Tycho.
Oh,
I think that's how you pronounce it, Tycho.
Yep.
And then the name of the album is Dive.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I got you.
And I was just trying to pick something that I have been listening to lately, and that is, I've been on vacation the last 2 days. I've been relaxing, so that's
Right.
kind of the mood I've been in. So,
And I just want to say to people that album, the Flaming Lips, is a lot. It fit the COVID shit and everything else. It kind of fit the vibe of slow and just.
sure.
It does fit. It does fit the time. So if you check it out, I don't think it's far off from what the hell's. It's just there's some weird shit in there. Anyway, enjoy it. And now Tycho Dive. I know I've seen them live, so.
Yeah, I have it Sasquatch. I don't remember what year it was. Did you see him at Sasquatch?
Yeah. I don't know. Were you there? I don't know.
It was so long ago. It was so hot. We were so high. It's hard to tell who the fuck. I could have been so high that I was hallucinating that you were there.
I've been to 4 of them, and I only remember one, and all of you were there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was fun. Hopefully, all of you will check out our next episode. So this week, it marks our 20th episode.
No
I've
way.
never done anything 20 times other than, the good stuff. So as far as a work habit goes, that's cool.
Yeah, we kept up. And what's funny is technically we definitely have more than 20 episodes.
We'll talk about those. They don't
They're rolling
exist.
around. I don't know if they're gone or not, but
The lost tapes.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hey, it's been Titfoo69 on Instagram. You guys know where you can catch us. YouTube, of course, you're hopefully watching us there. So, hey, man, if you guys like this shit and you think you think I'm getting better, Alex I like him. He makes me moist. So, in any case, if you like this, you think it's evolving, tell people. We don't give a shit. Why not? Appreciate you guys listening, and get lost. No, just kidding. We'll get lost, and we'll see you guys when we find you next week right here, watching this shit again. Alex, say bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right, bye.
Bye.
I still have to end it for all.